Hey, welcome back. My name is Dino. This video is on the semiotics of Charlie Kirk's assassination. I'm going to apply various semiotic principles to interpret the memes involved in Kirk's assassination. More specifically, is the memes that are involved in the bullet casings of that were used to kill him. Semiotics, start with a definition just to give you some context. Semiotics is a theory and study of signs and symbols, especially as elements of language or other systems of communication. It's a science of signs. Semiotics, the whole field helps to systematically interpret symbols, signs and symbols. It's also the science of signs. Here are three different types of things that are involved in semiotics: icons, symbols, and indexes. An icon is a literal visual representation, as you see this green image of a taxi cab. Symbols are more abstract and do not have a physical form, such as this abstract symbol that is used for biohazard waste. It doesn't have an actual physical real-world analog. And then an index helps to create connections between objects. So the umbrella in this situation would be used on a weather website to show that rain's coming. So you have the weather, you have the umbrella showing that, again, the rain will come. What I'm more specifically talking about is denotation and connotation, which I'll define here. This is a framework to help to understand signs. There's two of them. The denotation is the sign's most commonly accepted meaning. So when you see a sign, it's what just most people would get out of it right away. And then a connotation is a secondary associations based on an individual's personal experiences. So those two things can be different. So the most commonly accepted meaning, the denotation, may be different than the connotation, especially because you're weaving in personal experience. I'll talk now about the memes that were involved in the bullet casings for the weapon that was found that allegedly has been used to shoot Charlie Kirk. There are four of them I'm talking here. There's a fired bullet casing, and it said "notices bulges OWO. What's this?" That's a furry meme, and I'm not going to get into that very much in this at all. There's some unfired bullet casings that were found. One is "Hey fascist, catch," followed by 5 arrow symbols. One is up, one is right, and 3 are down. There's also a casing with the words "Oh Bella, Ciao Bella, Ciao Bella, Ciao Ciao Ciao," and if you read this, you are gay. LMAO. So the denotation, what's the most commonly accepted meaning of these signs? If you were just a regular person not knowing much about the personal experiences of some of the people involved, when you see "Hey fascist, catch," and you saw the "Oh Bella, Ciao Bella, Ciao Bella, Ciao Ciao Ciao," the first one's about fascism, the second one's about sort of an anti-Italian fascism. You would see that you see these things and go, especially with the word fascist in the first one, that the shooter is anti-fascist in nature. It seems that they're making a comment like, "Hey, fascist, catch." It's like, catch the bullet, and this will take care of you. So, like, if you had an initial attempt to know what the meaning of the symbols are, or these engravings, these memes, you would think that the shooter, is anti-fascist in nature. However, the connotation seems to have a little bit of a rupture in the meaning that's seen. Again, the connotation is the secondary associations based on an individual's personal experience. And this, from what we've been led to believe, and again, this is still very early in the investigation, so no one 100% knows, but it's based on the Tyler Robinson, the alleged shooter, his knowledge of memes and gaming culture. So the "Hey fascist" catch followed by 5 arrow symbols, 1 up, 1 right, 3 down. That is basically equal to the buttons player used to call in a bomb strike in Helldivers 2. So for those of you who aren't gamers, let's game. It's a Starship Trooper style parody of a fascist interstellar empire. So it's kind of like making fun of the gaming culture in that situation. Like, it's making a call to that. And then also another one, the "Oh Bella, Ciao Bella, Ciao Bella, Ciao Ciao Ciao." I'm not talking about the "if you read this, you're gay," because that's kind of a little bit more far afield. The first one, it's an anti-fascist Italian folk song featured in the Money Heist Netflix series. So it's kind of almost used in a kind of comic sense here. So from that, if you want to do an interpretation based more on the connotations, so for connotations versus denotations, Most signs have only one or very few accepted meanings. That's the denotation, but it can have many more associations, the connotation. So the initial anti-fascist interpretation, where you see the word fascist, you go, oh my God, he must be an anti-fascist because he talks about fascism. That interpretation may in fact be incorrect, because the memes used may be a way for the shooter to convey irony and kinship among online gamers and obscure his intentions. So it's like the memes are used, so it's almost like you're making a wink nod at these ideas of fascism and anti-fascism. So from all this, we need to interpret our signs with care due to potentially unintended interpretations, such as connotations. In short, until we know more about the shooter and actually interview him about the memes used himself, it becomes really difficult to get 100% sure knowledge of what's going on here, especially because the connotations deal more with personal experiences. And I think you'd have to talk to him more about his time online, his time on online games, and any community he has, and any exchanges he has with those people. That was Semiotics of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Thanks for watching. My name is Dino. If you have any thoughts on semiotics, denotation, connotation, or the memes used in these gun cases, please leave comments. As always, thanks for watching.